TJ. Oh my god. My eyeballs are itching from the inside. I wanted to say, somebody just turned around in the middle of the street. Okay, lady. It's a weird morning. Okay, so I want to, oh my god, you gotta see this. So, here's the other half of them. Look. So here they all come. There they all flying away. Oh, they're taking everybody with them. The duck family walking down my road. Only in my neighborhood could you have like duck wars. Either they were all joining each other because they talk. Like my neighborhood in the morning is very loud. I'm gonna record it. It's like between the ducks on the ground, and the ducks like in the air flying over. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, I'm chilly. I wanted to talk to you about my mom. It was such a different time back then. Back in the 60s and 70s when I was like literally growing up, people were like very, what's the word I want? They just didn't open up and talk freely about stuff. So a lot of stuff was like hidden or under the covers. You couldn't like get out what you need to get out. Also, it wasn't the same. Like right now, to have a child right now, you're supposed to like lavish them in love. Like you watch it on, this is coming out. You watch it on Instagram and whatnot, and people just like lavish their children. Like, and everybody does too. They're all like, oh yes, he's beautiful, this and that. We didn't have that, you know. Kids were like, we were like our parents' pain in the ass. We were like on their ankle biters kind of thing. You know, we were like, go outside, go. Like it was always like a push off, not a hug in, or at least that's how I saw the 70s a little differently, 60s, early 70s as a little differently. It wasn't the same. The feelings weren't the same. The enlightenment of how you should treat a child was so different. You know, it was just like getting through the week, like getting through the weekend until they were in school type thing. And so I feel like I'm not alone when I say like a lot of people have this same like view. Plus it was a time where everybody got divorced. And when I say that, it was almost like cool to be divorced. Like where 10 years prior, like you were making something, you were together for like you were together, like more made better, more children, more people, grandpa, grandma, all that. Well, when you hit the 60s and the end of the 60s and the early 70s, it was a very me kind of era. They had classes on it. The book was, I'm okay, you're okay. Like, in other words, don't worry about what I'm doing, because you, like, everything was very separate compared to now with Instagram and Facebook and all this. Everybody sees your newborn. Nobody saw your newborn back in the day. Nobody saw my children other than my immediate family, like when they were first born. And nobody cared to, because it was a different time. So, I feel like the one thing I think the internet and all that did really well was unite, like, for children. And I see that with just the way people are about their children. It was very different. Even when I had kids, it was very different than what it is now. Now you're like everybody's with you. You have support. You have mental support that we did not have, that my mother did not have, that we were kind of alone in that. That's why you had family. And then, like, what I'm saying, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, it was a different time. And so I think, like, you know, they got a worse, like, rap, you know. Women were just coming out, like, going to work full-time, not being moms full-time, shit like that. So there was, like, there's the real transition in the middle of my growing up. And I think part of me got sucked into that. And same with my sister. And that's just the way it was. It's the time we grew up. I guess if you grew up in the Depression, your families were really tight because you were, like, all in to try and make it work. Where it was the exact opposite. It was kind of like, find yourself. Stop being just part of that nuclear family. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to really do with it, other than to say, you know, my mom and I did not see eye to eye for a very long time. And now I find her hysterically funny. I think that she can be charming. She can still slay me when she wants to, but she doesn't want to anymore. And I'm glad that we came to a place in our lives where I really appreciate the woman she is, what she had to go through. She grew up very differently than I grew up. She grew up very differently than most people. Like, everybody has a unique story that creates the person they are. And she did not have an easy life prior to getting independent from her family. So, yeah, so I'm glad Mom is my mom. And everybody, that's who I am, has a lot to do with who she was. And so, my mom was also very tiny, okay? So, her and I do not look alike that way. I mean, I think we look alike a bit in the face. But, like, our body types are two different body types. And my mom's about this big. And so I called her up and said, hey, Mom, what do you want for your birthday? And she can have anything. If she told me she wanted a $400 perfume, I'd throw it on a credit card, or $1,000, I'd throw it on a credit card and get it for her. Because I finally can. And she deserves it, you know. It's her birthday. So I call up and I say, what do you want for your birthday? And she says, sweatshirts. I'm like, what? You want sweatshirts for your birthday? Like, that's what you choose? You can choose anything in the world, Ma. No, I want sweatshirts. But they don't make them anymore, she says. I'm like, they don't make your sweatshirts anymore? She's like, no, I like a certain brand and they don't make them. And they're lighter than a sweatshirt, but they're like, look, she explains the sweatshirt. So I'm like, well, what's the name of the brand? I don't remember. I said, can you try and think of it? So she goes, I got them at Mandy's. So I go through a little research, and she gives me a name, but she's not sure of it. She was off a little bit on the name, but I found him. So I found these sweatshirts, and they are like the cheapest sweatshirts. I'm like, Mom, you can have anything you want. And this is what you want? And she's like, yes, I want these sweatshirts. So I call her up and say, okay, well, I found your sweatshirts. Like, what size are you? So I can get you the size you want. And my mom is like 90 pounds soaking wet. You know what I mean? Like, she's not a tiny little lady, especially her top half is like, and her bottom half is like, so I'm like, what size? I said, do you want a small or medium? Oh, no. I'm an extra large. So, let me tell you, my mom has a little bit of dysmorphia when it comes to her body. And she sees herself like if she's not good with like gaining weight or being, she was a model. So but she sees herself as huge, but she's this tiny ass woman, like literally tiny little, like, come get in my pocket size woman. So I'm like, Mom, in no way, shape, or form are you a fucking extra large. You're not even large. Yes, I am. You don't know. So I said, all right, listen, this is what I'll do. white. I gotta find her a white sweatshirt that's just like this. But anyway, she's like, fine. So I sent her the sweatshirts and she gets them. And I call her up and I say, well, what size are you? She says, both. I said, you can't, why are you both? She's like, wow. The large, I can put a jacket on over, and I can do this, but the extra large is comfortable and really soft and cuddly. So, and I can only imagine an extra large being like literally 4 sizes maybe too big. So I'm like, oh my God. So which do you want? She goes, nothing. I don't want any more. Don't get me any more. Don't buy me anything. Because that's my mom. Like, don't buy me a thing. Which makes it really hard because you can't not get your mom stuff. But now I've literally spent $15 for her birthday and I feel like a fucking cheapskate. I'm like, Mom, tell me what you want. You want. So, anyway, I'm gonna have to find that white sweatshirt. Because that's what she wanted. She wanted white so bad. And they only had gray, black, and navy. I'm gonna find that white sweatshirt. I'm gonna find it. Then I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna find it. And I'm gonna buy it. And then she can't say anything. And I'm buying it in a medium at the very least. I'm gonna get a medium, large, and extra large. How's that? Because that lady is just crazy thinking she's that big. She is not. Literally, her shoulder to shoulders is big. Like, you're not that big. And if you want something that big on you, that's crazy. It's just her mind doesn't see her the right size. You know what I mean? Anyway, happy birthday, Alice. You're beautiful. And she is. She's just a beautiful lady. She takes care of her boyfriend of years and years and years and years and years. Lenny, who he needs help, and he is funny, and they're just like not your typical couple. But she's still spry, driving around, doing her own thing, goes shopping for herself. She doesn't sit still. And she didn't have me when she was a teenager, and I'm going to be 62 in March. If that gives you an idea. Because I don't want to call her out on her age, but she looks so good. I want to look that good. Anyway,